Hello my loves, and welcome back to my channel. So I apologize if you hear any noise in the background. I currently have my fan on as it's hot, but I don't want to remove my sweater. So that's me today. But we have a video of, it's like a growth checkup, but why you should be proud of yourself. How much have you grown? So what I will label that will be when I post this, but definitely why you should be proud of yourself, how much you have grown, and the reason why you should be celebrating yourself. Alright, we have 3 piles. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3, and I will have the timestamps in the description. Before you go, please do check out my website if you would like a personal reading or personal or life goal guidance, you guys, because I would love to help you guys be who you decide to be. Wherever journey you're on, I would love to join you guys. Alright my lovelies, once again, pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, listen to your intuition and choose a pile. Alright, so let's get started. We gotta put this far enough up so you guys can't see it. That's good enough. Okay. Right when I did that. Excuse me. Pile number 1. So if you chose pile number 1, this is your reading. I have coffee and I have water. It's good to stay hydrated. So why should you be proud of yourself? How have you grown? Let's do your tarot. Wrong pipe, you guys. I'm sorry. Alright. We have the 9 of Cups. Already a beautiful reading. The 7 of Wands in reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles upright. So already you guys have a lot to be proud about. And we have don't let your issues F it up. And we have for your food cards, we have the Knight of Drinks. And we have the beginning of something new. And with your self-care, we have sing. So you guys, let me just say, you have a lot to be proud of. Even if it may have felt like things didn't move the way that you thought they were going to, definitely things are moving for you guys in your favor. You guys are growing so much and you have so much to be proud of. So first thing you have to be proud of, you guys, is that when I was shuffling, the 9 of Cups and the Sing card came out together. And the 9 of Cups is about emotional fulfillment. It is about the highest level of emotional fulfillment with self. The 10 of Cups is definitely emotional fulfillment and happiness in terms of family. The 9 of Cups is about emotional fulfillment and happiness with self. Now, wherever you may be in this realm, this may be where maybe you're learning to be more compassionate with yourself. You're not beating yourself up whenever you make a mistake. Rather, you're like, hey, I love you just as you are. You are doing everything right. There's nothing you're doing wrong. And you guys are really choosing to speak to yourself as the loving being that you are. You guys are always there for everybody else with that 7 of Wands here. You guys are always there for everybody else. You're always there to make sure that everybody else is like good with themselves, that they feel good about themselves. But in the past, you guys have not done that for yourself. And that's definitely what is changing here with that 7 of Wands in reverse, is that now you're choosing to focus on self. And you're no longer trying to be a mediator for other people. Rather, you're choosing to take the advice that you give to others to yourself. We often think that we have to be there for people. We have to make sure that they're happy. But at the end of the day, if you're not happy, then nothing will ever work out in your favor. And with this 9 of Pentacles here, this is really saying that you guys are moving away from this old way of being. Does that mean you have moved away 100%? No. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. You're going to have days where you're going to fight with yourself. That is completely okay. But you guys are realizing now the importance of walking away from situations and people. And it doesn't mean that you have to no longer be friends with them or, hang out with them. It's just that you're choosing to really be more compassionate and loving to yourself versus everybody else. And this doesn't mean you're no longer compassionate and loving. It's just that you're focusing on yourself here with you guys. It's a new beginning. It's definitely when you guys were always there for everybody else. We have this Knight of Drinks here. You may have had a coping mechanism, because alcohol is a coping mechanism for some, that just it helped you get through everybody else's bullcrap, but it never really helped you get you through your bullcrap because you were constantly trying to cope with everybody else. And that's definitely what's coming to an end here, you guys. And you guys, in the new beginning, is that you guys are taking care of yourselves and you're choosing to sing your own song, speak your own truth, stand in your own power. You guys are on a whole different level here energetically, because you realize the importance of being there. And we have don't let your issues F it up. These issues that you guys may have had in the past, that especially have affected your interpersonal relationships, are definitely coming to an end, because you have acknowledged them and you've chosen to let them go. You guys are no longer trying to, it's one of the best way I can say this is that you're no longer trying to validate negative behavior, especially within yourself. Rather, you're choosing to acknowledge that negative behavior, acknowledge where it's coming from, because it's not like, you know, you guys just randomly one day were like, I'm gonna be negative. There's definitely a lot of subconscious negativity that happened here, but you guys are acknowledging that now and you're healing that and you're letting that go. And that is why you guys are not letting your issues F it up anymore. Okay. So, already, you have a lot to be proud of. Just so you guys know that. Let's do some more of the Rebel deck. Okay, you guys, I did not do my hair today, so I'm gonna cover my hair. Hey. So, we have get the F out of your head. I can't believe it literally just flew across the freaking floor right now. So definitely you guys are taking the steps in your life to get out of your head. You guys realize that anxiety is fear of the future. Depression is anger from the past. But happiness is in the present moment. And you guys have realized that now within yourselves. And so you guys are getting out of your head. You're acknowledging when you're focusing too much on the future, or when you're focusing too much on the past. You guys are acknowledging these behaviors and you're working on them. Yeah, forgive, let that crap go. Like, you guys are definitely doing that. You're letting the past go, and you're even letting the future go, because you realize that right now is not the time to be focusing on that. It's good to have positive expectations of the future, but it isn't healthy to have negative fears of the future. Yeah, winning. You guys are definitely winning at life now, even if it may not possibly feel like it. You guys are definitely winning at life. Oh yeah. And you guys are taking care of your body now as well. Woo! The Queen of Cups here. You guys are definitely taking care of your emotional body. You guys are no longer ignoring it if you had in the past. Or even if you weren't taking proper care of it in the past, that is definitely coming to an end here, because you guys realize just how important you are. Your growth is definitely within yourself. It's not necessarily going to be outside of you. But because you're doing all of this work in yourself, a lot of things are going to start working out in your external reality, because you're bringing balance to your internal reality. So definitely know that the growth that you are experiencing now internally is going to bring in so much abundance and prosperity into your life. Yeah, the Eight of Cups. This goes back to walking away from people or situations that do not serve you. Definitely, you know, when I was talking about the Seven of Wands, it was about people that you were there for who, you know, you spent all this time and work on and effort and compassion, understanding and love, but you were not giving any of that to yourself. And definitely with this Eight of Cups, it's literally saying that you guys have walked away. You guys are no longer dealing with that energy. You guys are choosing to love yourself, acknowledge what you're doing to yourself. Your body is pissed at you. And then we have this Knight of Drinks, which is about coping mechanisms. So whatever coping mechanism that you guys were doing, it was because of this lack of emotional connection with yourself. and you've healed that, and you've walked away from people or situations that no longer served you. You're walking away from people pleasing. You're walking away from trying to make everyone else happy before yourself. And that is powerful, 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 powerful growth, because now it opens the doorway for so many more beautiful, abundant blessings in your life. Yeah, and then we even have the Ten of Wands. So we literally have 2 cards here about movement. Well, actually, we have quite a few cards about movement here. But with this Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands, we literally have movement, 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 movement. Because you guys are moving away from situations and people that no longer serve you, or even just a mentality that no longer serves you, you are moving into this abundant area in life. The Knight of Pentacles, even though he's like, if I remember correctly, he's the only knight that's actually walking with his own feet. Let me actually confirm that with the rest of these cards. I actually don't know. But if I remember correctly, he's the only one walking with his bare feet here. He's not on a horse or a bike or anything like that. And that is so powerful, and it says a lot, you guys. It says that you guys, even though it may not be a motorcycle, it may not be extremely quick, you are choosing to take that time for yourself to walk the walk and talk the talk. Like, what I'm getting here is carrying the cross. That's what I'm getting here for you guys, is carrying the cross and carrying all of that weight here, because he actually has a pentacle on his back here as well, along with the pentacles falling behind him. And those pentacles, they can be hollow or they can be heavy, but he's not burdened by it at all. Rather, he's choosing to continue to adventure into a whole new reality, a whole new way of being. And he's happy with where he is going. He is looking for a new place to eventually stop and create powerful roots, is what I'm getting here. And that's definitely with you guys. You guys are looking for a place and people where you can place those roots that are stable and secure and aren't dependent on these people being happy. I'm also getting boundaries being put up here, you guys, where you guys are creating very stable boundaries with other people. You're no longer just giving them what they want. Rather, you're saying, hey, I am no longer in that mood. I'm not feeling that energetically. I need a break from you. And you're not feeling bad about asking for a break anymore, because you guys realize the importance of your emotional and mental health. And that is amazing, and you should be so proud of yourself. And I need you guys to know that you need to be proud of yourself for this growth, okay? All right. I want to pull one last card, but I'm unsure of where to pull it from. But you know what? We'll pull it from the Self-Care Oracle deck. You know what? Let's see what self-care you guys can do for yourselves to celebrate this growth. What can you do to celebrate this growth? We got 2. Okay. We have connect with your womb. So connect with your sacral chakra. And connect with the earth. So definitely get outside, you guys. Connect with the earth. Go to a forest. Go somewhere where there's not a whole lot of people. And beauty ritual as well. So definitely, you guys, this is about connected to your sacral chakra, with the earth, with your root chakra as well. Alright, my loves, I hope this resonated with you, and if it did, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, I will have the details linked down below, especially if you would like a personal or life goal guidance. Alright, and if you have to donate to the channel, you can go ahead and do so, though it is not expected of you, but I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, my loves, I love you all, and have a good rest of your day. Bye! Hello, pile number 2. So if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. So, what do you have to be freaking excited about? What growth have you had? All right, let's look at your tarot cards. We have the Page of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Okay. We have get your head out of your butt pronto. We have the Queen of Mains, the Slurp, I love noodles. And soak in a bath. So for you guys, what do you guys have to be proud of? What you guys should be celebrating about yourself, what growth you've experienced, is definitely in terms of your relationships with others. But I'm getting more of a, if you're not in a relationship currently, this is definitely about you learning some things about patterns from your past relationships, and definitely things that you should, fix and not repeat. That's what I'm getting here. But overall, what I'm getting here with this Page of Swords and this Eight of Swords, there was definitely a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear in the past with that Eight of Swords. But you guys moved into this whole new stage in your life where you guys were so much more confident in yourselves and your mindset, where you guys realized that yes, things may not have worked out the way that you thought they would, but they have definitely worked out for the best. And with this Nine of Cups here, this is definitely about you guys dating people in the past who were not the best for you. They didn't know your worth. And you guys realize now that you were dating people who made you feel unworthy because you felt unworthy. So this was definitely about learning that about yourself, that where do you feel unworthy? So this is not just about relationships, but about your worthiness. So that's where a lot of your growth is at, is learning how to make yourself feel worthy of love, feeling worthy of being in a relationship, feeling worthy of being in a healthy relationship as well here, is what I'm getting. So definitely you guys have learned so much about yourselves at this time. And with get your head out of your butt pronto, what I'm getting here for you guys is that you guys may have blamed the other person for how the relationship turned out without realizing your part in it, because this person could have only entered your life if you were allowing in the energy. So even though you still may not talk to that person and you may not want to ever talk to that person again, you realize now where your mistake lied, and you guys are choosing to shift your energy for the better. You may not want to get into a relationship for a while, but you definitely have realized so much more about yourself, your worth, and what you are truly deserving of here. And with the Queen of Mains and the Slurp, you guys, like the Queen of Mains, whenever you're having Thanksgiving dinner, at the end of it, you're extremely tired. You just want to sleep for the rest of the day, but it's definitely a day of just stuffing your face. But for you guys here, you actually were feeding your mind and feeding your heart and your soul. And you were doing that by healing yourself. And with this Slurp here, it's like you guys realized all that negativity inside of you, and you like put a tube in that negativity, and you were like, all right, and then you like put the tube aimed towards like the angels or just even outside, and you were like, all right, get out of me, close. Slurp. So you guys just kind of took all that negativity out. And so that's why we got the Slurp there. And with soak in a bath here is really what I'm getting with this, is that you guys are learning that it's okay for you to have time to yourself without having it to be validated by anybody else. And what I mean by that is that sometimes we feel that we're not worthy of feeling good about ourselves, we're not worthy, or we don't feel we are worthy of taking care of ourselves. So in a relationship, you may be the one to be the parent, and you're kind of dealing with the child. And this may actually be due to something that you've witnessed as a child, where your mother or your father had to be the adult in the relationship, and the other person was either not there or they just weren't a child. And so since you witnessed that behavior, you yourself identify as the person being the parent, not the child. So you guys took so much more responsibility for these people, rather than realizing that these people were freaking children and they needed to take care of themselves. So you changed so much in yourself because you wanted to feel worthy of your own love, of your own time, and you didn't want to feel that you had to care for anybody else before you could even care for yourself. So for my pile number 2, your realization is your worth. Your growth is continuing to work towards that worth, that worthiness. You guys have grown so much over the past few months, and you sometimes don't even realize it, where you're like, oh, I sort of miss this person, or I miss the things we did together. But then you remember all the things that that person would say or would do, and you're like, actually, so you guys are realizing so much more about the people you've dated in life, or even just associated with in life. So you're really choosing to change that about yourself and grow and mature into this whole other person. So this is like legit just growth, you guys. Oh, okay. We have the 9 of Wands here as well. So you guys are no longer trapping yourselves, especially in a relationship, where some people will get into a relationship with a horrible person purposely to get trapped. Now this doesn't mean the person knows actively they're trapping themselves. It's definitely a subconscious thing here. But definitely subconsciously they're going to get trapped. And you may have done something like this in the past, and you're no longer doing that. That's why you're choosing to stay single right now, where you're like, not today. Let me work out myself, let me grow myself, let me become my best person. So when I decide to attract another person, I will get my best person. Strength. Yeah, you guys are a lot stronger now than you were a couple months ago. Where a couple months ago you may have been a crying mess, and now you guys are like, nah, I'm powerful, I'm strong, I know exactly what I want in life and from the people in my life, and I'm no longer going to tolerate children. I want someone who's on my level, not someone who is not. So we have that 2 of Cups here. You're definitely, when you're ready, you do want to call in your soulmate, your twin flame, but right now you guys want to focus on yourselves. You want to be happy with yourself with that Hierophant card here. Definitely you guys have had a spiritual awakening of sorts, where you guys realize your power, you realize your worthiness, you realize your determination as well. You may even want to start something like a project as well, where it's based off of the things that you've gone through to help other people through these things. You know, maybe you want to start a blog or a YouTube channel, just giving people advice on relationships or advice on, you know, subconscious programming, whatever that may be. And then we have you do you, which is definitely your energy, you guys. You guys are all about you. You do you. You're no longer like, hey, come over here, let me care for you. You're like, you do you, buddy. I got my own things to worry about. Yeah, and then we have thoughts. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. That's definitely what happened here, is that your thoughts were lying to you. So we have this 9 of Wands here. Your thoughts were constantly lying to you, telling you you weren't worth anything, nobody loves you, nobody wants to be with you, and he was kind of trapping you in relationships that weren't good for you. Yeah, and then we have you are being a butt because you are effing tired, face to pillow now. So you've definitely dealt with a lot of people who were just straight up rude and mean to you, and they act like there was no consequences. And you guys are no longer allowing that. You guys have set solid boundaries. You guys are definitely on a whole nother scale. Alright. Let's pull one more of these. These cards just want to fly. Oh my god. See what I mean? They just want to fly. So we have the Steeped one, so about tea. I'm going to drink some tea after this reading too. And we also have the Page of Sweets. So you guys are definitely loving yourself a lot more now. It's so powerful and loving. Like, you guys are so compassionate with yourself. You're so understanding of yourself, of your patterns. And you guys realize now that you've been trying to give a cupcake to every single person who was having a bad day, and then you were giving yourself kale. And you realize now that you're deserving of every single freaking cupcake. You're deserving of feeling good, of being happy. I have never once ate a cupcake and was like, wow, my day's going to be horrible now. Never. So that's definitely what's happening here, is that you guys are choosing to have better days now. Days that are focused on you. Days that are focused on your continued growth. Days on helping people, but also setting very strong boundaries. You guys are on a whole different level, and when you guys are ready to get back into a relationship, you'll understand that you don't have to split the cupcake down the middle for this person, or you don't have to give the cupcake to this person fully. Rather, you guys are going to be like, do you got your own cupcake? Because if you got your own cupcake, we can do this. Like, I'm not going to give you all my cupcakes. Like, a whole different story here. And that right person is going to have their cupcake, and they're going to be like, here you go. Or they're going to be like, you know what, I'll enjoy my cupcake, you enjoy yours, and we'll just have a good day. Alright. I'm going to pull one self-care card. This could be something that's just going to help you feel even more better about yourself in terms of this growth and this happiness that you should be feeling about yourself at this time. So, oh my god, you guys, we have drink tea. So drink some tea, you guys, if you enjoy tea. Then definitely drink some tea. Take some time for yourself. Connect with yourself. If you have crystals, connect with crystals. But definitely drink some tea, you guys. Enjoy it. I have all my tea lined up right here. You guys can't see it, but it's there. So for my pile number 2, I hope this resonated with you. If it did, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, I will have that in the description. If you would like a guidance on a personal or life goal, I will also have that in the description. And if you would like to donate to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it, though it is not expected of you. Alright, my loves, I love you all, and have a good rest of your day. Bye! Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to my channel. Alright, pile number 3. What should you be proud of yourself about? What growth have you experienced? Just, why should you celebrate yourself? Alright, for your tarot cards, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the World. Okay. I'm getting doomsday planning. That's what's... Okay, we have stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person, just effing stop. Okay. And we have the Mess. And we have the Staple. And for your self-care, we have plan a vacation, which is true. So with this pile here, my first thought was doomsday planning. So this Ten of Swords in reverse and Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It's like looking for the worst possible case scenario. Is what I'm getting for this pile. Where you guys were constantly planning for a mess to happen. You were constantly waiting to put things back together, or you know, try to staple things together. Like, you know, like when you have a bunch of papers and you try to staple it, but there's too many papers, so the staple doesn't go through. And so now you have to figure out how to staple it. And you just kind of go constantly until it finally actually staples, and you're like, I don't even know how the hell that happened. That's what you guys are used to doing, having that doomsday mentality. And that's what's coming to an end. And you guys are no longer having that issue where you're like, you know, the world's going to end, things are going to go wrong. Instead, you guys are like, you know, things are going to go just right. And with this, stop texting, stop talking, stop stalking, stop checking on that person, just F and stop. This doesn't have to necessarily mean that you're constantly checking on a person. You could be, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. It's actually very symbolic of this anxiety, of this fear of what if, and like, oh, should I stop, should I stop, should I stop, should I stop? Okay, but what about this, what about that, what about this? Like, that energy, that erratic energy is definitely what's coming through with this card. So this doesn't mean that you are constantly looking at a person. If you are, then that's for you. But I'm definitely getting doomsday energy where you're constantly worried about the what-ifs of life. And that's definitely coming to an end for you guys. You're no longer wondering, am I ending a cycle? Am I this? Am I that? Am I where I need to be? And with this Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles is about feeling stable and fulfilled with your current situation. And with it in reverse, it's about not feeling stable and secure or happy in your current situation. But that's also coming to an end because you're no longer doomsday planning. You're no longer thinking of the worst possible case scenario. Now, does this mean you're going to stop completely? Probably not. It takes time. It takes time to get to a point where you're no longer having any worst case scenario thoughts. There's going to be times, let's say from 10 years from now, you've done all the work you need to do on yourself and you're exactly where you want to be, and you're like, wow, nothing can possibly go wrong. And then there's a situation that happens and you're like, oh my God, but whatever. And then you're like, wait a second, I've done all this work on myself. I haven't had a thought like this in 10 years. This isn't me. And then you can shut down that thought just like that. This is definitely the growth that is happening, so you guys are learning how to shut down those thoughts. You guys are really changing things for the better in your life. And with this plan a vacation card, this is about you guys taking that leap of faith, planning a vacation for yourself or with a friend or a partner, where you guys just get away from your current surroundings. Because there could be people or an environment that's just kind of perpetuating this fear, and you guys are working your hardest to get over that fear. So getting away from that is definitely going to benefit you on all levels. Okay, what else? Okay, this card keeps stabbing my hand. The Queen of Cups. So definitely, you guys are connecting with your emotional body. You're trying to understand, or you have begun to understand, why you are planning for these worst case scenarios. The Knight of Swords here as well. So definitely there is movement in your mentality here, and it's definitely quick movement. It hasn't been quick as you've been working on it, because you've had moments where things worked out and then things didn't, and you had moments where for a few days you may not have thought about this worst case scenario, and then one day pops up and you're like, oh, everything's gonna go wrong. So definitely it's been slow paced at first, but now it's going to start speeding up for you guys, where you guys can be there for yourself during those moments, so you can be like, hey, this isn't who I am, this isn't how I actually feel, this isn't who I want to be. So definitely you guys are having movement in that area. Okay, I'm saying do both. Okay. Definitely it's been about planting the seed and watching it grow. So we have the Three of Cups here. So definitely you guys have a good support system, or you may be forming a very good support system that's helping you through this. And the Eight of Wands. So in terms of the support system, you can definitely expect a call or a text from one of these people very soon, just checking up on you, or they may even be the ones to be like, hey, you know, let's go and do this. Whatever that may be for you guys. Okay. Let's do a few more of these. Okay, I said a few more, then two popped out. Oh man. So we have wake up, you are missing some cool stuff. So definitely you guys are waking up from this old way of being, and you're realizing how much of your life you let fly by because of this worst case scenario mentality. And we have too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person. So definitely you guys are spending less time on your phone, especially when you're having these moments of worst case scenario. You guys are taking the time to be there for yourself. You are connecting with your support group. You are doing the work to feel more secure with yourself, your surroundings, and your situations as well. So a lot of growth for my pile number 3. Alright, I just want one more of these. Oh god, it's like trying to fly out here. Oh Lord. I said 1. Here, what we'll do. Yeah, we have the new Elander. This is about clam chowder, you guys. But this is also about a new way of being, a new way of thinking as well. And we have the beginning of something new. Alright, you guys, I'm going to pull one last self-care card. What self-care can you do right now to celebrate yourself, celebrate your growth? Okay. We have write a gratitude list, and this goes so well with this doomsday planning mentality. Definitely remember to be grateful for what you have in life. Write it down, you guys. This is definitely what I'm getting here. Alright, pile number 3. I hope this resonated with you. If it did resonate with you, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. If you would like a personal reading or guidance on a personal or life goal, I will have all those details in the description. And if you would like to donate to the channel, you can go ahead and do so, though it is not expected of you. Alright, my loves, I love you all, and have a good rest of your day. Bye!